Alright, so Esdeekid is blowing up globally right now to the point where Timothy Chalamet just dropped a remix to his song.
Okay.
Pull pine that dirty.
So I'm gonna do my best to show you how to make a song like Esdeekid and Wraith 9 completely from scratch. We're gonna make the melody, drums, and I'm gonna get one of my rapper boys to come through, Lil 16, and show you how they process the vocals. Stay tuned. This is what we come up with by the end. You're gonna want to be locked in for this one. Alright, so we're in FL, we're at about 195 BPM and we're in D minor. So what I'm gonna do is just mess around until I find a chord shape that I like. Let's see how this sounds. It's a little bit too happy, so instead I'm actually gonna change it and make this a tension note. Sounds nice and dark. I might just add something like this maybe. There we go, I added a bit more depth to it. Now I'm gonna go into Freak 2 and I'm just gonna push randomize until I find something. I actually quite like that. I'm gonna mess around with it. I might add arpeggiator. Bit of drive, a little bit of noise. Cool. So now I'm just gonna copy and paste this over 4 times. I'm just gonna make some little changes to the progression as we go. This. I'm gonna pitch this up a little bit. A little bit of guitar drive just to add that little bit of saturation. Okay, I'm gonna go into my London Archives Analog Lab Bank and get this clean sub bass. As you can tell, we're gonna be using London Archives a lot on this beat, not only for the melody, but for all of the drums as well. They're all from London Archives. Click the top link in the description, go grab that because right now it's 50% off if you use code SD. This isn't gonna last for long. After you've watched this video, jump down, get yourself an early Christmas present, bro. Go back into London Archives Volume 1. Let's add the string pad, man. So I'm just gonna copy and paste the same chords. We only wanna fill out this sort of range. The mid and high mids kind of already filled. Cool, let's try this. Just a simple little texture. It's almost like a noise. Speaking of noises, jump into expand, copy and paste these same chords. These beats are really about layering, bro. So see how this sounds. Kind of want these two to bounce off each other, you get me? I want a little bit of motion to it, so kickstart 2. You can see it's already giving a good bit of bounce. This is more mono. When we add these, just adds it, and that little wide bit fills out the melody. I think I'm gonna add maybe one more thing, maybe a little vocal or something. So let's go into London Archives, vocal files, go vocal phrases, I reckon, and let's see what we got in here. I'm gonna just copy this 4. It's a cool little lead. Let's add something like this, bro. Alright, so we got the 6 melody elements bounced out. So what I'm gonna do now, pitch this down 2 semitones and see how that sounded. And it switches up. I don't know if I'm a fan of the lead pattern. I like the tone, I like the sound, I just don't like the pattern. So one trick, which is new with I think FL25, is you can go into this menu here, go chop, and I like to go complex, beat shuffle, and then take a listen. So I'm gonna mess around with this. Make sure that when you're messing around, if you don't want it to click, you gotta switch this to generic. I'm gonna mess around and come up with something I like a little bit more. Okay, so this is what I came up with. And it's literally just this repeated. And now when we play it, I think that sounds a lot harder, so we're gonna roll with this. Now we've chopped that up, let's just add some drums. And the drums are low-key the easiest part. I'm gonna go into my London Archives drum stash. I'm gonna grab the handbag snare, and we're gonna grab a little clap as well. I'm gonna move this clap actually, kind of do something a little bit different. Super simple in the second half. I'm gonna go with the standard jerk pattern like this. Okay, let's find a bass. Let's go on here. Fake Mink 808. That's kind of cool. That's kind of a cool little bounce. Maybe something like this at the end. Once again, this is from London Archives. So I don't think that this beat is quite distorted enough for my liking. And one piece of source I've seen people using, which I've low-key known about for a bit, but I completely forgot about, is this wave shape. So I'm just gonna push this up. And let me show you, bro, this wave shaper is source. Little some, you know, it's just subtle, but it's nice. Just doing a little bit of arranging. I think this is a nice little part to just let the drones play out. And this is something that Wraith 9 does all the time. It's just taking out any main melody. It's just a drone in the background, makes it feel super dark. And I'm using this synth lead. I'm keeping this in for a little bit of texture just so you can kind of still know where you are in the melody, if that makes sense. Like if I take this out, there's nothing going on in the high end, so gotta keep that in. Completely switch it up here before I copy and paste this whole section. Alright, and with that, the beat is pretty much done. Let's jump into a new project and I'll show you how to get that signature Esdeekid sound on the vocals. I'm the rapper, so for this part of the video, I had to call in the bouquets to come lay a little 16 for us. Here's how that sounded. Hard, right? But let me start by showing you the vocal processing because this is not what it sounded like straight after recording. Sounds alright, but it's not quite punching through the mix and it doesn't have that signature Esdeekid sound. So how do we create that? There's one key thing which Esdeekid does to all of his vocals, which is to push the vocals out super wide in the mix. So I'll show you how to do that for free first, and then in a little bit, I'll show you the most fire paid plugin for doing this. So the free way of doing this, you just got to double click, then change from this wrench tool into pre-computed effects, turn the stereo delay up quite a bit. You'll already instantly be able to hear the change. So this is before. And then when we turn on this stereo delay, way better already. And this stereo delay is really the only thing you need to do other than some EQ, a little bit of compression, and some delay and reverb, which you can just use, you know, 3D compressor, 3D delay, stock free effects chains. I've actually got my free Esdeekid effect chain down in the link below. You can grab that for free. But moving on to the paid plugin, and the plugin that I think does this the best and is all encompassing, is for a good price right now, I think it's like $20, is CLA Vocal. You can just copy these settings if you want, and then we just got a little bit of an EQ cutting out some of the lows, and then just a little bit more compression. And that's literally it for the processing. Ultra simple. Okay, but now moving on to how Kays actually came up with these vocals. So there's a few fundamental things you got to do. Obviously, Esdeekid is from Liverpool, so he uses some Liverpudlian slang and really leans into that Liverpool Scouse accent. What I asked Kays to do was to throw in some New Zealand slang, such as lax it, which just means like relax, bro, and Becky's, which is obviously girls. And then the last thing us producers got to do, which Wraith 9 does all the time, is some stutters and some beat cuts like this. Beat cuts at the end of 8 bars or 4 bars just sound so good, bro. And yeah, man, that is basically how you make an Esdeekid song completely from scratch. Melody, drums, vocals. Shout out Kays for coming through and helping me out with that. If you guys did learn something in this video, make sure you go down, like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I'm gonna be giving London Archives away for free to one commenter on this video. That giveaway is going to be ending in like a week or so, so make sure you get involved on that. Once again, if you do want to go buy London Archives, bro, it's the best kit for making not just these UK underground type of beats, but UK rap and UK drill as well. It's got everything you need for the UK sound. 50% off. Once again, that's ending very soon, so treat yourself, get an early little Christmas present, bro. Top link in the description, go grab that. And if you do get it from this video, send me a little message and I'll fling you a little bonus just for people that made it all the way through this video, because it is Christmas time. Appreciate you lot. See you on the next one.